All right, we are live. Greetings, fellow traders. Hope everybody's doing great today and had a good trading day today. Let me get this tweeted out for everybody. One second. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good. Hope everybody's doing great. So, what a day today. So today we're going to be talking about, we're going to continue our discussion on Joe Ross's The Law of Charts with the Ross hooks. So this will be a really cool continuation of the 1-2-3 method, and we'll talk about it here momentarily. Before we get started, everything we're going to talk about today is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. All right, awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's take a look and see where we're at with the market today. So you can see SPX continuing to hold its uptrend, right? We had a little bit of a spinning top today, red day today, fresh all-time highs. So bears seem to be a little bit angry this evening. So we got futures down about 10 points right now. Not sure why they're so angry today. Goodness gracious. So anyway, we did see a big move down today from the all-time highs as we hit that, because there was a tweet about. Let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. There was a tweet about a that not, I don't know why they mentioned it today, but not lowering tariffs on the trade deal. But apparently this is old news, right? I mean, there wasn't an intention of doing that as part of phase one, but the market reacted pretty negatively to it. It's like, oh no, the Chinese people are here. Oh no, they're going to raise tariffs. And algos just flush it down. So we see that today. We're getting a little follow through of the downside here on the S&P futures. We'll see how that holds throughout the night. Chances are, well, who knows what the chances are, but who knows what they're going to do tomorrow. There's probably going to be some major market propping up. Who knows? They might sell the news on this whole thing, on this whole trade deal type stuff, phase one. But imagine tomorrow if they came out with the trade deal, they decide to reduce some tariffs, then we could see a big rip in the futures and in the market, and that could definitely change the composure of everything. We could see ourselves going up to all-time highs on that. So good stuff. So that was the 15-day. It had a nice move. A little scary at the open, right? We gapped down off the prior day's highs, pushed down a little bit, right? Couldn't quite break down the 15-orb below, and then we got this inside 15 here at the 15-orb high for that huge spike up, right? So that's a good area to take profit anyway, all right? And they flushed it down. So at least trailing bar by bar by bar, right? You move stops on the 15-minute candles on something like this, right? So this way you're not getting hurt on it, right? And then you have this inside 15 down, flush the downside, right? Hits 15 or below, bounces off of it, and right, comes back down and just kind of closes in the middle of the range, right? These are the levels that we provide to our members intraday or before the market open. This way we have good levels to work with, right? So we can see here, same stuff, right? We came right down to the daily pivot level, tagged it, and then launched to the upside, right? So 1, 2, 3, up. So nice stuff there, and then you had the reversal here at the R1 level. So that's a good area, a good potential target area, and then you see the massive reversal off of that, right? Comes down to lows, buy the dip, right? Back up to the prior day's levels, and then back down. So good stuff. That was the price action today. So good. So let's take a look. So we're going to continue the discussion, right? We've talked about the all right, so we've talked about 1, 2, 3s, right? So today we're going to go over the law of charts. Today we're going to talk about Ross hooks. Okay, so what's the Ross hook? So the Ross hook really simply is, right? We talked about the 1, 2, 3 on Sunday night, right? So the 1, 2, 3 is pretty simple, right? So it's just basically, right? You have your 1, right? You have your 2, you have your 3, right? You look for continuation down below a break below wave 2, right? If you don't get that, right, then you could expect, right, sort of a continuation back to the upside, right? So that's what we see here. So a little bit of move up here. Now, this is the Ross hook right here, where it pivots. Okay, so there's a couple trades that you can do, right? So you can catch the wave 3 up, right? If it breaks through, right, this level right here, right, you catch this here, and then if you don't get it, right, you catch the move, back to the downside off the Ross hook. But a break above this level could see a continuation to the upside. You have a little bit of ledge pattern right here, which we talked about the other day, and you get the continuation to the upside. Let's take a look at an example here. I want to show you SHOP. This is pretty cool when you look at it on the daily chart. I really like these. It basically turns the 1, 2, 3 and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is essentially a way to look at it, right? So you go here, you go to the let's take a look at the daily chart on the bar chart here on SHOP. Okay, so this is really cool stuff. All right, so here we had a 1 move down. Let me clean this chart up here for everybody. 1 second. Let's create a new chart. Okay, so we have a 1 move down, wave 2. Okay, wave 3, or number 3, right? And then you would expect here at this point, right, potential reversal over wave 1, or I'm sorry, over wave 2, right? So let's add those numbers in there so it's a little bit clearer. So here's your down move 1, here's your 2, Here's your 3. Okay, so we know a breakout over wave 2 could give a potential move up. That's exactly what happened here on SHOP on the intraday, right? So that was pretty nice here. 326 over 2 days after 343, almost a 20-point move on SHOP. And then what did it do? Okay, it gave you a Ross hook right here. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. So this right here is your Ross hook. This little pivot right here. Okay, so that forms another potential entry point. Okay, that gives you this. Oops, that gives you this level right here. Okay, once you get above that level, bullish, right? And look what happened. Broke above it, closed above it really strong here, 351, and they give you a nice move the next day to 377. 25-point move off of that one, and of course it eventually worked its way up to all-time highs, right? And so from there, you kind of continue all the stuff, right? So I mean, here you have like one, obviously this is pretty extreme, right? 2, 3, right? You can look at this as a Ross hook right here. You close above that, you get another nice move up, right? So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool stuff, and you can do it intraday too. So one of the things that, let's see, so let's take a look here. SHOP actually did it. Let's see, pretty nicely right here. Let me see, I saw it earlier. I think I did it intraday. Boom. Yep. So let's see, 1. So you'd have your 1 move here, 2, 3, right? Worked its way up here. Didn't quite put in too much of a Ross, so it gave a little bit of pivot right here and gave another move to the upside. So you see that on SHOP intraday. I think it was a little bit clearer. I think I had the 1-minute chart up, and I think Apple gave one today too. See if we can zoom out on this one, see what it did here. Yep. So let's see, that one extended a little bit. You don't want to go beyond wave 2 for that. So here, 1, 2, 3, Ross hook breakdown. So it's a little bit tricky intraday. I think on the 1-minute time frame, you can see them a little bit better. It's a little bit trickier on the 5-minute, but pretty cool stuff, right? So you take your 1, 2, 3, and basically you just add a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And if it breaks above that 5, which is your Ross hook, then you can see some more continuation on that. So it's pretty good stuff. Let's take one more look here at Apple just to see what I was looking at a little bit earlier. I think it was a move to the downside. Maybe it was a move to the upside over here. Yep, there you go. So here you go, 1, 2, 3, Ross hook, and then ultimately it works its way up to here, and then ultimately up even higher. So pretty cool stuff, right? So it's a great way to look at charts. It's a great method. I think in terms of backtesting, I think I did some research on it. I think it was anywhere between 65 to 71% accuracy on it. So it is a cool tool to use to at least evaluate, to make sure, see if your thesis is correct. If you're moving level to level or something like that, just to make sure you're not getting stopped out, right? Just to kind of look at your essentially your wave counts to see if it if it supports your direction. So anyway, good stuff. I really like it. So definitely something we're going to be applying intraday, just for quick analysis type stuff. So good. Well, at this point, if anybody has any questions or chart requests, please feel free to plug those in the chat window, and we'll get through as many as we can, and we'll try to wrap up as early as possible so we can all get a good night's sleep, so we can have another awesome trading day tomorrow. We'll see what these bears have to do tonight on these S&P futures. So good stuff. So had a few ones that came through. I got one through Twitter today. So Alex sent a couple through. So we've got RH on the daily chart. Let's take a look. Okay, so RH starting to get strong, right? Nice move today. We wanted this today. We were watching it. I think we talked about this the other night. I had an alert on this downward trend line right here if we could break above it. We did, and so I was hoping to get a strong candle above it. We did, just decreasing volume on it. So the only thing that shows me, it doesn't mean this thing's not going to go up. It just shows me we're not getting a lot of conviction, a lot of conviction from institutional buyers, things like that. So, but I think this is going to hit a lot of people's radars. So definitely watch this over today's high and see if you can get a move up to this this 236 level. So it's starting to look pretty good here. Disney, what a move today. We reviewed this one, I think, in the lunchtime market update today. So I'm going to have a lot of levels on here, but I want to show you what happened. Right. So today Disney was drifting down lower into the cloud. Right, it was getting lower and lower and lower. And look what it did. See this downward trend line right here? Tag this downward trend line, which also corresponded with this geometric level here too. So you had this double bounce off of these two key levels right where they came to a head. Right, and you had a huge move up on that intraday. Right, so today on Disney, right, these are basically the levels right here. Also correspond with your 15 orb low today, and then you get a nice bounce off of that. So it's really, really strong stuff. This candle right here is super duper strong. Right, And so that would imply at least the 15 orb high, and it got through that, got through the 15 orb levels and just kept on going. Right, so rare move for Disney, but Disney has been doing this occasionally ever since it came out with Disney Plus, right? And it's starting to get some action, right? So so one thing you look at, right, is a I'm just trying to see if it gave like a Ross hook or something like that today. I mean, you could kind of say, you potentially say this is 1, 2, 3, right? Ross hook here got the move to the downside, right? And then just was super strong today. I mean, essentially it was a ledge right here on the 1 minute chart that we talked about yesterday, and they give another move to the upside, right? 1, 2, 3. This would be your Ross hook right here, so you can get above these levels here, right? And continue to move to the upside off of that. So pretty neat stuff. Good. So that's now where it is right now. Obviously, it closed here on the daily with the big upper shadow. Couldn't get over the cloud. Couldn't close above key levels. So it just was a real technical move off of those levels here today. So again, just continue to keep an eye on it and see if more news gives it some strength. UNG. It's trying, right? Here's natural gas. We got to get above these levels and close above it, gapped above it, and close below it. So here's the volume that you want. If this were a green candle, I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. Right now, it closed below it. So just a tricky little thing to trade on that thing. So, but anyway, definitely worth watching. Today's highs are going to be the next level we need to close above. So good. Shirley sent a few good ones through. Great list today. So Citi had a nice move today. A little bit of a gap and go today. Of all the financials that reported, this thing actually got over the previous highs, the previous all-time highs, and gave you a nice little gap and go to the upside today. Right, so that was pretty good. It all happened through the pre-market levels this morning. It was a big move, right? Double inside 15 into the open that broke those to the upside. And then you had that nice little pop on the 15 orb and ended up closing back in the range, right? So it didn't finish as a gap and go, but it did give a gap and go move today. So that was good. Watch that upper shadow. PFE. I really like this one. I like how this one closed today. Nice increased volume. Closed over a lot of these levels. Definitely looks like a nice breakout candle here. If UNH reports tomorrow, if that report's pretty good, this could get a nice move up, right? So we got an open gap right here that it could be testing. So it could get a little move up here. Once it gets above that, right, we could be attacking this open gap right here. So it's definitely trying. I'm liking the lower high, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Ooh, get a little bit choppy here. Higher high, higher low, and then working its way up. So definitely looking bullish overall. So let's see if we can start working and continue. So as long as the tweets don't mess it up. TSM. Looking pretty good. Taiwan Semiconductor, fresh highs right here. Did close above all these levels. A little bit of a topping tail today, so see how well that holds. But definitely, showing some decent strength here. Increased volume too. We got earnings coming up too. 2 days, so definitely keep an eye out for that one. APA. This thing has just been incredible. It's really been incredible, guys. This hit our radar not too long ago. Actually kind of did a long-term Ross hook right here. Here's your Henry Ross hook and poked through that today. So big move right there. There's a little bit of selling pressure in this area right here, so I'm showing that as a little bit of resistance. If we get over that, right, next level up is right here. So close over this level here, it could start to see a move. I like it a lot. And then Shaq had a great day today. Really did. Now, is this one going to behave like Beyond? It's a little bit different, right? So just cleared the first level. So this is kind of like the day one of the Beyond, right? So got through this trading range here today. Increased volume, looking good, right? So if we activate this and kind of bring this forward a little bit here, these are the next levels right here. It rejected those a little bit today, but if we can close above that kind of bullishly, if we can get in the cloud here, right, we might see some strength on that one. So that could be good too. Great ones. Great ones today. In fact, I'm gonna add those. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna add those to the game plan idea too. 1 second. So let's get Wednesday up. Wednesday. Great job on Etsy. Etsy was a great one from yesterday. That hitting the game plan. So that was a really nice one too, guys. All right, let's take a look. Let's put Shaq on the list, and let's put APA on the list. Okay. Okay. Let me move these orbs down to 30s. Okay. For anchors later, looks good. So we've got a couple earnings and stuff. We got I think UNH tomorrow morning, so we'll keep an eye on that too. Paul, greetings, salutations, hope you're doing well. Nick, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Livin' and Jazz, let's take a look. Livin' with Jazz. LIVN. Let's see, LIVN. All right, let's take a look here. That's crazy tick right there. I would have to imagine it's real. So anyway, it gives you kind of that move right there. If it's not real, right, you have this. You're kind of coming into that little bit of resistance zone right there. You got 200-day moving average right there, 50-day moving average. A little bit tricky right here. Nice candle, nice breakout over these levels. So I'd say over today's high, getting over that 200-day moving average could try to see the cloud. And then Jazz. Ooh, yeah, that's a nice one right there. Great closer as well. Very, very nice right there. Wish it had a little more volume on it, but still nice candle. If you're in it today, the volume don't matter. But when you're looking to swing it, right, we want to see a little extra volume, right, to see if we can get some follow through. But really, really nice one today. Great one. SMDC4S, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. President accounted for. Wendy, good morning. Hope you had a great night. Hope you have an awesome day today. Thank you for tuning in. Manesh, what's up? CGC and Tesla? Let's take a look. CGC, another big day today, guys. Big volume. This thing's trying, right? Good volume, a little bit of an upper shadow. We talked about this yesterday. If we close above these levels, right, could get strong. So let's just see if that continues to work its way up. CGC is going to be on our radar pretty much like every day, right? It gave a great move at the open, and then it's just been really strong. Tesla is interesting today, right? Nice gap up to this thing's relentless, isn't it? It's just, $547, right, for Tesla. I mean, imagine that. The premiums on this are so expensive. But anyway, nice gap up, down, came down, held the prior day's highs, right? Filled the open gap there today and bounced off of it. So that's strong. Didn't close with the green candle, but this is still good. It could get a little bit constructive here. Maybe chop around for a couple days if Tesla ever does that anymore, and then could continue to work its way up if it holds these levels. Really nice. We'll see if they start throwing out some downgrades on it, but everybody's starting to upgrade it, so it could be pretty good. Nate, what's happening, my friend? Apple. I imagine Apple. Yeah. I think I see it down below. You're talking Apple. It's all cool. It's all good. I know. Why don't they just make it APPL like real Apple? But they decide to do the double A on it. So they're a strange group of people. But anyway, fresh all-time highs today. A little bit bearish candle, closed below 50% of the range of yesterday's nice strong Maribozu candle. So we'll see, if that gets any follow through right here. We got a closing gap down here, right, that it could test. You got the open gap right here of support. So just see how it holds. But again, generally, it's bullish, right? I mean, it's still over the upper trend line. So good stuff. SMDC4S, tariff news is already out, but hit the market twice. So it did, and so did the rocket attack in Iraq twice. Yeah, so we had the rocket attack going on with that, and then they threw out the impeachment stuff. It's like they're trying to push it down or something like that. I think they're trying to get everybody bearish, trying to get all the bears in again. Oh, now it's going down, right? And then they'll somehow rip it tomorrow. Who knows? We'll see. It's just this is what we see this all the time, so it's just it's kind of becoming commonplace. But nice stuff. Yeah, Nate, Apple did for sure. Steven, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Let's take a look at Amazon. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so Amazon's getting interesting, right? Let's see if the levels pop up on this for us. Okay, so we got lots of key levels. These lines right here are basically scenes of breakdowns, right? Big breakdown levels, open gaps, closing gaps, things like that. So, what we see here, right? We have this big breakout candle. We got out of this old trend box right here. So, big breakout candle right there. It's been holding 50% of the range of that level right there. Gapped up on it, got real nice. Now it's kind of this selling pressure right here is becoming evident, right? As it pushes down. It actually gave a doji sandwich down today. So now today, see this big candle right here, big buying pressure, right? Tested the scene of the breakout, right? So it did that today and bounced off of it, right? Now it couldn't quite get over the selling pressure area right here, but it's close, right? So ultimately, it might want to test the upper end of this inside day and then test these other levels right here to see if we can get it there. We need a couple bullish closes above here, right, for this thing to really try to start get going again. So who knows? It may chop around until earnings, but earnings better be good, right? So it's pretty interesting. And today they actually, FedEx? They said, okay, you can start using FedEx Ground again for their third-party sellers. And so FedEx really launched on that today and then pulled back a little bit. And so I don't know. I don't know if that's an indication on its logistics business, if that has any effect. Maybe that's slowing down a little bit and they just want carriers back again. So we'll see. We'll see how that all comes out in the earnings report. But it should be interesting. But if they beat on everything, Amazon could really start to plow up to the all-time highs. Wouldn't be surprised to see a 100-point day on Amazon if it was, really, really good. So just keep that in mind. It's a really, really choppy area right here, but it did hold that scene of the breakout. Good stuff. Seneca, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in, Tilray. TLRY. Oh, yeah. That's a nice one, too. Okay. Just like CGC and all those are starting to break out, right? Pot stock's getting hot right now, right? Big volume today. Nice breakout candle, right? Maybe it's trying to act like, beyond and all that stuff. Again, here's your next key level we want to see it get above, right? Good volume, and maybe it work its way up from there. But yeah, strong candle today. Papa Mentos, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. SDC. That's anybody who knows Buddy, the employee of the month. There he is, squeaking in the background, so he gets excited. He's like, "Oh, talk about Chewy, talk about Chewy." Anyway, so big move today on SDC. Right, a nice opening move, and then it just kind of came back in and rejected the cloud. Some selling pressure area right here. It kind of closed below that. Right, here's your next pivot up. Couldn't get above there. So really, really good stuff. I want to see it close above these levels, right? So it can really, really start to go. But it looks like it's getting interesting. They're trying, right? They're going to Walmart now. They're no longer Smile Direct. They're going to go through the dentist office and all that stuff. So they're just like they're going crazy. So we'll see. We'll see if it starts to get some bullish behavior. But keep in mind too, it's like a dental company, so it's like okay. It's trying. Good stuff. Cloud guy, Cron. Good to see you, man. CRON. Let's take a look. All right, so Cron got really, really close right here. You can see here, this is the macro. Look at that macro downward trend line up there. I know we got all the fib arcs out here. It makes me kind of dizzy. But let's see. So we get this. We continue this down. Right, we start to see kind of like this right here. So it is above these levels right here. Key level right here is this breakout candle, right? First attempted breakout candle. Let's get above that tomorrow. I love the volume that's coming in on these. So again, over this thing, we might see a cloud break on this. So that's looking pretty good. Jimmy, what's going on? Cree. Yeah, Cree. I know you were talking about it the other day. Inside day. Okay, so decent move today, right? So had a nice push up, right? Let's see. Let's get over these levels. There's a couple other ones right here. So we can get above those guys, but yeah, and then maybe we can eventually get up to this gap up here. That would be pretty sweet. So yeah, definitely looking pretty strong. Good volume coming in. It's looking good. Oxy. This has been one of our favorites in our group. Continuing to remain strong. I really love this candle right here. This guy increased volume. It tried to break down below all these guys. Took the inside day low level. Came back up real strong. It's been really, really climbing its way up to the 200 days. So see how it handles that one. And then Cisco. Cisco Systems, really just chopping around right here. I mean, just blah, had a great move right here off this inside day, nice move up, right? And then it's just been really chopping around. It seems like every, I don't know, what's the distance between here and here? Every 30 days or so, every month, like it tries to make a move. So definitely keep an eye on that. We are about, from this last move, we got about 5 days here, maybe at the end of the month, it'll try to do something. Heather, good evening. Hope you're doing great. Paul. Bank of America. Let's take a look. All right, so Bank of America. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so earnings tomorrow on Bank of America. Doji sandwich potential. Let's see if it gets strong. Bank of America needs to be strong tomorrow. Let's get some strength back in the market. Good stuff. Wendy, Twilio. Yeah, these are a couple good ones right here. So Twilio is looking good the other day. Nice candle yesterday. Rejected by the 200-day moving average. Pulled back, turned red. So that's really kind of turning into a key level right there. Lots of little gaps below, so you want to be careful of that. Okay, now. I was going to get to it. All right, so now let's take a look. Let's see if this data pulls up for us right here. Oh, look at that. Double top, tweezer tops. Careful with now. Might want to work its way down. That's an interesting little setup right there. In fact, I'm going to add that to the bearish list for tomorrow. Like the tweezer tops. Very nice. Netflix. Of course, if it gets over those, you can see it push up. But yeah, big move recently up to 306. Netflix. Yeah, so Netflix has been really interesting, right? So yesterday, higher low. Right, today, higher high, higher low. Right, and holding a couple of the prior key levels. Right, so now I see a little down move this morning. Let's see if we can get over today's highs. Right, and try to work its way up to the next level. Roku. So it's pretty good, held it pretty well. It's holding the cloud bottom right now, a little doji. Tried to move off the open, off of yesterday's high. Big strong candle yesterday. So again, needs to work its way up, right? Might chop for another day or two and then try to work its way up. But we'll be watching it. We watch it every day. MU is a good one. I know for a fact because we looked at it. All right, let's see. Well, it's looking pretty good. There's an old line in there. Okay, there we go. These are your levels right here. It's definitely doing that ledge formation. Here's your double highs. Right here's kind of your double lows with some movement in between. So if it gets above these levels, we could see it moving up. Nice consolidation pattern. Good stuff. Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. Cigar, what's going on? INMD. INMD, bearish engulfing candle today. Careful. Lower shadow, so that's good. Right, it's holding a little bit of cloud right there. But close below the 50-day moving average to see if it wants to test a little bit lower. Activate these guys. So yeah, still holding its trend. Right, a little bit of an A pattern right there. But see, I mean, obviously, if it breaks below these lines, gets below the trend line, it could be weak. But right now, I'm still holding up a little bit. Bearish engulfing candle though, so 79% chance of follow through, but lower shadow on it. So watch out on that. Good. Trade. What's going on? Amazon? Yep, we looked at this a little bit earlier, but let's take one more look at it here. So you can see, if it pulls up here for us, you can see, right, it's holding the scene of the breakout right here. So it held that today, bounced off again. We got to get it back over this key level right here. We got to go over these guys. We could test the inside day high right here. We want it really ultimately want to close above this guy right here. And that way we can see ourselves working our way up to the next levels. Again, probably going to come down to lots of earnings. SODC for us, APA, it's almost as if we would be selling mass amounts of oil to Japan and China. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, incredible movement. That's like more than just discovering oil, right? There seems to be more behind it, but gosh, it's been so strong. SODC for right. It was a great put on sell-off. That's right. Yeah, I mean, it has been. It's been the one that's been moving, with the market to the downside. So pretty interesting stuff there. Matthew, what's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. Nikolai, thanks for tuning in and watching. SMDC for SDC. Oh yeah, 56% short float on SDC, so that definitely could get it going. Heather, oh I know he's loving the screen. He just got it. Family just got him a present the other day. They got him this little duck, and he walks around. And he's proud, like a proud lab, this duck and all that stuff. And he gets excited. He starts squeezing it. So yeah, so let's take a look at Chewy and on our buddy. Yeah, actually, pretty nice day today. Nice close today. Decent volume. A little bit of an upper shadow, but yeah, looking good. I think we should keep it on the radar. I like it. Seneca. Yeah, one screen for bearish, two screen for bullish. Yeah, exactly. Jimmy, if you're talking about MCK. McKesson. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, look at that. Whew. Gap, sideways, gap, so strong. Good volume, crazy in the middle of nowhere. Let's use today's highs and today's lows as kind of like as a guide. If it breaks out over today's highs, right, you got that breakdown level right here. You got these pivot levels up here, that it could be working on. Other than that, right, you got these levels. So very, very important candle today. Good stuff. See if that holds. Good. Steven, yeah, Regeneron? Sure is. Sure enough is. Good move today. $8.69 up. I think it was up like 10 points at one point, but let's see. Yeah, so big candle today. Range of today was, 12.85 points. Finally closed above all these levels right here. Starting to look pretty strong. I like it. So decent volume today. So let's see if they get some upside follow through into tomorrow. Good stuff. Wow, great charts tonight, guys. Really enjoyed the discussion on the Ross hooks today. It's basically just a continuation of the 1, 2, 3, right? So we look for basically a false breakout over wave 2 to form a pivot, which you can still trade into, and then you get over that pivot, then you look for some continuation on it. So definitely a fun one on that. So good. Well, good stuff. Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening today. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. If you're new here, definitely click subscribe. You can kick it, too, I guess. Click subscribe and also hit the like button. And if you get a chance, definitely review the links in the description. If you're coming in from YouTube, check us out on Twitter, too. We got lots of cool stuff that goes on there. And I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Looking forward to a fun trading day tomorrow. Let's see if the Bears can hold on tonight or if they buy the dip. So we shall see. All right, guys, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. And thank you again. And remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you soon.